And here we go. Here's a burning inquiry. Players resolve this. Faithless Looting, Flame Wake, Gurmag, Thalia, Land, Thalia. So both Thalias taken from Snook. He's definitely okay with that. Thalia, not one of his better cards in the matchup. Keith will go searching for hollow ones. Let's see how many he can deploy. 1, 2. That's going to be pretty tough for Snook. Let's see Snook's face at that. Yep. That's the face I do. So ridiculous. 2 hollow ones versus a champion of the parish. How is that fair? I mean, this is just going to be a scoop. Look at this. Land, Chump Blocker. Bloodghast is the card left. Wow. That's kind of embarrassing. Like you're playing a deck with 2 mana 1/2s. Your opponent deployed 2 4/4s on turn 1. Brings a Flame Wave back just for no reason. Because why not, right? And we're going to be off to game 2. Well done, Keith. Very skill intensive. Very nice, very nice. That's the way that the world goes round. So we might just get 2 quarterfinal matches here. We might just. Going to sideboards. Keith, the person up a game, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see Keith, shall we? There we go. There he is. There's Keith. Engineered Explosives, Fatal Push, Grim Lavamancer. He has a nice suite of 3 separate 2-ofs. Engineered Fatal Grim. He has to take out 6 cards. Those will certainly be 4 Bloodghast and 2 other cards. Past the 4 Bloodghast, I am not sure. I wish I was an expert on the Hollow One deck, but I played it when it was in its infancy, before Goblin Lore had even been added. So I don't know. Snook, on the other hand, what does he have? He has 2 Rexage. He has, if he's worried about Bloodghast, he has Is It Staticaster, which he shouldn't be. He should know that Hollow One sides that out. He has Whirler Rogue, a nice little one of, and a Kumbal. So not a lot, to be quite honest. Not really much for Snook. Certainly Keith, who's now up a game, has a more effective sideboard. Excuse me, guys, for my silence. I'm uploading a top 8 photo onto Facebook. So if you know these players, go ahead and leave a like, comment, whatever, on our page, TJ Collectibles Titanium Series. Everyone is smiling but Adam Snook. Okay, am I missing anything? I am. I'm tagging people. My apologies, guys. Here we go. We're about to go into game 2. I'm about to concentrate. Just got a few more people to tag. All right, there we go. So what did I miss? Auriok Champion versus 2 Flameblade Adept. I didn't think that Auriok Champion was good in this matchup. I'm a little surprised. I certainly trust Snook about this much more than I trust myself. As, like I said, I played this deck when it was in its infancy. Snook is playing it in the Pro Tour. So he has done a lot of testing. He's done a lot of testing on Magic Online. He finds that the Auriok Champion is actually good. Go figure. Mantis Rider, gain a life, attack. So life total should be 16 for Keith. And 18 for Snook. Burning Inquiry does, Goblin Lord does discard an Engineered, so one of Keith's sideboard cards in the bin. Not where he wants to be, but if you drew a hollow one, it is absolutely worth it. Not to mention that these creatures now just attack for a bunch, and Snook snaps the block off. He'll trade his Mantis Rider with a Flame Blade. He will take 4. He's down to 14. Keith looks like he does have a 1-mana follow-up. What's it going to be? With 1 swamp, I'm not really sure. But it's Gurmag Angler. Very powerful 5/5. Snook would absolutely love right now to deploy a Reflector Mage, bounce that Gurmag, set Keith back a ton, as well as get a nice 3/3. 1 mana. Aether Vial, 3 mana. Reflector. And Snook will certainly be saying go here, as he falls to 12 from these 2 Horizon Canopies. sits on the Auriok champion. Gonna gain him a few life. He might be at actually 13 because of the 1 life gained. Wow. Those are fighting words, Milford Mike. Keith is so much more handsome than Adam. I don't know. Look at that stupid cap. So Burning Inquiry discards 2 Flameblade Phoenixes for Keith. Flamewake Phoenix, I forget exactly. But the Flameblade Adept is now 4 power, so if Keith wants to bring them back right now, he can. That would be need another red source and be a use of almost his whole turn. We'll see if that's what he wants to use his time doing. Wouldn't be the worst, as Snook is at, looks like 16. They did adjust the life totals for us. Thank you, guys. And yeah, it looks like he's going to go search up a basic mountain and return 2 Flameblade Adepts. So, were I Snook, I'd feel pretty conflicted about that. I'd be like, well, that kind of sucks, right? Like, 2 hasty, 2 flyers. That's annoying, but at the same time, he's not deploying hollow ones. He's not killing my creatures. I think Snook can deal with this. And Snook drops to 12. All right. Passes the turn to Mr. Snook. Let's see what he can do. Another Reflector would be okay. Mantis Rider would be absolutely what he wants to be doing right here. Both attacking and blocking. Mantis Rider plus Noble Hierarch would also be gas. Attack for 4. And to look at this, another Reflector Mage. It does cost Snook 1 life to do it. This Horizon Canopy chip damage is really adding up here. He's going to lose another life at the end of turn when he goes to sack the Horizon Canopy. Here's Faithless Looting from Keith. Let's see what he pitches. To all our new viewers, thanks for joining us. We got both Dave Shields and Matt Costa in the house. What's up, boys? Here to root on your teammate? Or here to just make fun of him for later, get some ammo for later, as Keith attacks for 4 here. Snook single digits. And not really the best board. None of these creatures can turn themselves sideways yet. No Mantis Rider. No Thalia's Lieutenant. Snook's lack of sideboard cards in this matchup is really kind of showing itself here. Auriok Champion is doing next to nothing. I think it's a good card for like the TJ's Basement, right? Where you do have maybe a disproportionate amount of burn, but for a tournament like a Grand Prix where maybe you start with some buys, not the best. A Pro Tour where not that many people are going to be playing burn, maybe not the best. So we see a Champion, we see a Mantis Rider, and it looks like only Mantis Rider able to attack here. Ace, you think Keith has this one? I think Keith has this one too, but Snook building up an army here, and if that Aether Vial is on 2, and Thalia's Lieutenant comes down mid-combat, could be enough to swing things. Snook might find some profitable double blocks there. Thalia's Lieutenant? No. It sure seems to me like Snook has missed a lot of Auriok Champion triggers. I think that's like the 3rd one I've seen him miss. I haven't seen him write down a life total change for either Faithless Looting or Lightning Bolt this turn. Keith adds up his attackers. There's Snook. He's in single digits. Not sure his exact life total, but I do believe it's less than 4 here. And I'm just a complete idiot with Auriok Champion. I'm thinking it's Core Firewalker. It's when a creature enters play. So, yeah, shows how much I know about this card. Should have known that Snook, who hasn't lost a game all day until this match, knows his own cards. Here's Meddling Mage, gain a life. Looks like that Meddling Mage is on Faithless Looting. One Flame Wake swings, gets in for a few. Snook gains a life off Reflector. Draws a card with Canopy. Two 3s are pretty good at blocking, as it turns out. And Pro Black is a real ability, so Keith kind of reduced to only these 2 Flame Wake Phoenixes to attack with. And once Snook finds a single Mantis Rider, that's going to be pretty good for him. Will Snook turn a champion sideways? Doesn't seem like a great plan. We'll see.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Snook not drawing his Thalia's Lieutenants here. No Phantasmal Images yet. No Kambal. Keith cast Goblin Lore. And guys, if you are enjoying this even a little bit, please do hit the heart on Twitch. Follow us. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does help us a lot. That's part of how Twitch decides which Magic streamers show up first. in the list. It's not only viewer numbers, so the follows help. Please do. Very easy. Collective. The -2/-2 the meddling mage. And drain Adam for 2 life. At any point, Thalia's lieutenant would have just been so good this game. And now Keith has to decide if he has any attacks. Flamewake Phoenix comes back. Swings in. Snook has no answer to the 2/2 flyers. He would kill for a reach creature. End of turn Rex Sage. Is he setting up an alpha attack? You need something like Thalia's Lieutenant and Phantasmal Image to do it. I think he would have used both those cards by now if he had them. Here we go. Snook's time has come. He's swinging. 1 Exalted trigger. Champion of the Parish is currently a 6/6. And pretty obvious double block here from Keith. Even if Snook has another Reflector Mage, he can't afford to use that on anything but Flamewake Phoenix. Draws to with Faithless Looting. He's gone through more than half his deck at this point. Pitching all these excess lands. Snook got to use his excess lands too to draw cards, but they cost him about 7 life and took a lot of mana for each one. And there's the handshake. Snook never drew a Thalia's Lieutenant. He only drew 1 Mantis Rider. Unfortunate. Never drew a Bugler to get the Bugler chain going. The overwhelming advantage of Hollow One plus the Flyers took him down. So congratulations to Keith Rong. Crondo 9 as you call him. Twitch handle. And yeah, look at his deck. He's gonna pick up his deck in his left hand. Look at how many cards he has left. Those are the cards he went through. That's what he had left. Just a sick deck. When Hollow One is left to its own devices, it is sick. And without some kind of deal breaker from Snook, some kind of like ultimate card, which of course there'd be no way to tutor for in the humans deck anyway, Snook just eventually falls behind. And I don't have the answer for what human or what creature would be best in that spot. I mean, even if you had a reach creature, the 2 Flamewakes would just do 2 a turn and eventually attack by it. 2 Staticasters is not a good plan because 1 Staticaster is useless on its own. Reflector Mage is good and all, but it's just a bounce, it's just a mana war. At the end of the day, you're not attacking. Baneslayer Angel. Sarah Avenger. These cards aren't humans, but it doesn't, not really what matters. Ooh. Aerial Responder, the 2/3 lifelink vigilance flyer. Also not a human. I think it's probably a dwarf. Aerial response. Yeah, dwarf soldier, not a human. But you can find it with the bugler. It blocks Flame Wake and totally gets lightning bolted, so probably not. Well, congratulations, Keith. Condolences, Adam. Let's look at Adam again. This is Adam's salty face. Yeah, it's a salty face right there. Anyone ever seen that before? His salty face? Yeah, I never have. Snook born in 3 Sin Collector, 2 Rex Age, 2 Champion. Interesting with the Sin Collector. It's aight. But it's just a 2/1 at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that matchup. So from the other side of the bracket, got an update. Arnie Kester, Western Mass Legacy aficionado. He beat Matt Fastman's KCI, took it down. Imagine Eidolon Eidolon of the Great Revel played a bit of a role in that. Pretty good game 1. Still good game 2, but Nature's Claim makes it a little less reliable. So we got Burn taking down what some say is the best deck in Modern. Arnie is the 6th seed. He will play against the winner of Cheerios and Humans. Not sure who won that matchup. I gotta give it to Cheerios. Haven't played that match a lot, but it is winnable from the human side too. Keith with his Hollow 1 deck, the number 4 seed. He's going to play against the only, what I believe is the only remaining match that's still going on. Ed Hinton with Urzatron, mono green. Versus Noah Ansperger with the Protean Hulk combo deck. Now, if y'all missed it, I featured the Protean Hulk combo in round 3. 6 sick deck. Let me just tell y'all what's in the deck, because it's pretty ridiculous. He's the 8th seed, so he just snuck in with the worst tie breaks of the X11s. And these will all be uploaded to MTG Top 8 after this tournament. They should go up on Monday or Tuesday if they do their job and approve them, which is always a shot in the dark. So this Protean Hulk combo deck gets a Protean Hulk in the graveyard. Protean Hulk 7 mana 6/6. When it dies, you get to search your deck with creatures whose converted mana cost total 7. So he gets Protean Hulk in the graveyard from play. He reanimates it with a Footsteps of the Goryo or a makeshift mannequin, then it dies. He goes to search up a body double to copy his Revelark and a Viscera Seer. So he then gets to loop this to get more Protean Hulks, copy Revelark more, bring back Viscera Seer, bring back body double, copying more cards. He eventually gets all the pieces where he Mog Fanatics for an infinite loop and just deals 1 to you enough times. His support cards, stuff like Chart of Course, Faithless Looting, Serum Visions, Is It Charmed, discard, Lightning X, discard, Collective Brutality to discard. So, like I was saying earlier, during the feature match, which is worth going back and watching, because it's a fun one, Noah is really good at discarding the Hulk, right? He's good at that. He has Charter Course, Faithless Looting, Is It Charm, Lightning Axe, Collective Brutality. There's a ton of ways to discard it. He has 7 ways to reanimate it. Footsteps of the Goryo, Makeshift Mannequin. What he is lacking are Protean Hulks. He only has 4, so that's the problem. Inconsistent deck. But I really do hope it manages to get into the semifinals. I would love to feature it. You know, I know Arnie from Off the Wall Games and X9 Games out in Western Mass, and I like him and I want to feature him. But at the end of the day, Burn is just not a fun deck to watch. So if you guys really want to see Burn, like I see a groundswell of Burn support in the chat, yeah, I'll feature it. But in my opinion, Burn is not the most fun deck to play. He'll be playing against Humans or Cheerios in the quarterfinals, whoever wins or won that match. Might still be going on, hard to tell. So guys, thank you for joining me here on your Saturday afternoon, 5:30. You could be doing anything. You're here at the Titanium channel. Thanks. Yeah, I think you're kind of crazy, to be honest. I might be like, you know, outside or like grilling, eating nice food. You're here watching Magic. That's great. I love it. Maybe you're here for Keith's beautiful face. Maybe you're here for mine. Yeah, wherever you're here, thank you. And thank you to the 4 of you recently who followed. I appreciate that. It's very simple to do, and it helped us out a lot. So if you heard me say it and you just kind of brushed it off, well, yeah, you know, I'm not going to call you any names because I might do the same thing. But if you could, just hit the heart. It's like not really a big deal. On the once or twice a month that we broadcast, you'll see it in your list of channels. Not really a big deal. Looking at you, Goat TB12. I assume you're referring to the legendary Tom Bradley. I hear that guy's pretty good. Looking at you, allegedly. Hit the follow button, please. Not saying you have to donate, not saying you have to subscribe. Hit the follow button. That's easy. Just do it. If you want to go one step above and beyond, you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, or go to our Facebook page and like it and maybe share the top 8 profile picture. That'd be pretty cool. But you don't have to do that. That's above and beyond. To the people that did, thank you. We're trying to be big. We're trying to give away a ton of money, but we're not quite there yet. We are giving away $10,000 in October for a $10,000 prize pool tournament. That is October 20th. That's in Worcester, the DCU Center, the center of New England, basically. Pretty equidistant from all parts of New England, unless you're some weirdo that lives in Maine. Don't do that. Don't recommend it. They're like moose up there and like big feets and stuff like that. But yeah, we're giving away $10K on October 20th. There is an event page on Facebook, easy to find. And of course, we'll be doing a giveaway for, not sure what card yet. Last one, we did an Invention Mana Vault just for pre-registering. If you know you're going to go anyway, pre-register. Say you're going on the page, do a comment on the post, of course, so we know that you're pre-registered, and we'll do a random giveaway for an expedition or an invention or some fancy reserve list cool card that you could win for free, just for pre-registering. So if you're going to play anyway, go pre-register. There'll be details about that giveaway pretty soon. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Stephen King novels are based in Maine. So, like, that's another reason not to go to Maine. You might run into a clown. You might run into, like, some pastor who has seen, like, vampires. I don't even know what that book is. The condolence prize goes to Ryan Leveroni, 9th place. Sorry, buddy. Hardened Scales deck is pretty cool. If you want to see about the Hardened Scales deck, it's been putting up good results on Magic Online. Leveroni. It knows it pretty well, actually. Check out the round 1 feature match on the YouTube channel when it goes live in, should be like tomorrow night or maybe Monday morning, but that'll go live. I'll post it on the Facebook page with a link to the playlist, so check that out. Leveroni talks about the Hardened Scales robot deck, and watching it play, we saw it play twice, once in round 1 and once in round, I want to say 4, or maybe round 3. Round 3. It looked really good, like pretty strong, especially round 1 when Leveroni played against Amulet Titan, and his deck looked strong. Amulet Titan ran bad, sure, but still worth watching. Other people who came close didn't quite top 8. John Orr, Aaron Gorman, thank you for coming. Dean Champagne, we saw him lose in round 6. Sean Haverty saw him lose in round 5. Close. Our Titanium regulars, Anthony Ruffino, Devin Dupuis, Nick Starr, Justin Provençal, who really stuck it out. He went 1-5. You really stuck it out, Justin. Good for you, man. I respect that. Thank you to all you guys, and to the newcomers who came to the Titanium event for the first time. Thank you. Names I don't recognize. Maybe you've come, maybe you haven't. Nick Skibos, Diego Sarkovsky. If you see this or are listening to this, shout it out in the chat.